All right, so to bring the show full circle, I love that you opened up with Lady Marmalade. Because my Slay It Sis, or our Slay It Sis for this week, is Miss Patti LaBelle. Shout out to Patti LaBelle. She just turned 82 years old. She has been doing the interview round. She was
our Gemini Queen.
Yes, she was on CBS Sunday Mornings last weekend. She was on Angie's podcast this week. So she's really just been kind of touching down. And I love that Patti is doing interviews with nothing really to promote. She's just like, oh, I just want to feel like talking. But she said something in the CBS this morning, or CBS Sunday Morning interview that I really loved. And they asked her about getting older and being 82 and how she is kind of navigating this decade of her life. And she said, my secret for who I am and what I'm doing right now at 81, this is before her birthday, she says, I am really living it down. Not up, but having fun living it down. I play cards. She said, I play cards. We have card games on Saturday nights. How easy is it to play cards and take other folks' money? That's what I do, and I love it. And I said, you know what? I appreciate the simplicity of this.
I love that she plays cards.
Plays cards. She gambles. She says she likes to play gin rummy and something else she said. It wasn't spades. But, you know, she got her games that she plays with her people. She bets her money. She makes her money. She loses her money. Yeah, she has a good time. And I said, we should all be taking a page from Patti LaBelle's book. Yeah, no, we really should. And I also feel like I want to go to Miss Patty's house. I'm going to manifest this. One day we're going to go to Patti LaBelle's house. Because I feel like Patty's the type of auntie where you're just going to be sitting playing spades. And then all of a sudden you're going to hear click, 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 click. And the gas is going to cut on. Yeah. And be like, who frying fish? Aunt Patty. Just because.
Those sweet potato pies.
Yeah.
I used to love those sweet potato pies.
You don't live by Walmart no more, so you don't love them no more.
That's exactly where I used to get that.
That's all they sell. But yeah, shout out to Patti LaBelle.
That's so crazy.
My girl.
Love
and need it, won't you, baby? Love and need it, won't you, baby?
I will say this, that for Slay It Sis, for moi, is that shout out to Neb because she actually put me onto this by just texting me happy Indian arrival day. Mind you, I'm not Indian, but specifically in Trinidad. So happy Indian. If you're listening to this on May 30th, boop, boop, which you probably are, if you are just tuning into the show and you saw one of our posts and you were like, oh, I'm going to listen to Still Diverted today. Yes. It is Indian Arrival Day. Yes, okay. It's a public holiday observed in several Caribbean nations, territories to commemorate the arrival of the first indentured laborers from India during the 19th century after abolition of slavery in the British Empire. So Trinidad celebrates on May 30th. Guyana is celebrated on May 5th. Suriname.
May 5th? Mm-hmm. Wow.
On your birthday.
Yay.
Suriname observed Indian Immigration Day on June 5th. And Jamaica commemorated culturally through not always as a national holiday, but they celebrate nonetheless. So just a little background. After slavery ended in 1830s, quote unquote, colonial plantations faced labor shortages. So the British brought the workers from India under indentured contracts to work mainly on sugar plantations in the Caribbean, Fiji, and other colonies. In Trinidad and Tobago, the first ship, the Fatal Razak, arrived on May 30th.
What was it?
I'm not saying it again.
What was it?
I'm not saying it again.
I can't hear you.
1845, carrying 225 Indian immigrants from India. And that day became Indian Arrival Day. So the day honors the sacrifice and the resilience of the Indian indentured laborers, the contributions of Caribbean communities, Indian cultural heritage, including language, religion, food, music, and traditions, cultural performances, and so on and so forth. And I can't pretend like they haven't had a huge impact on Trinidad because a lot of the food that we eat, a lot of the drinks that we drink, and a lot of the music that we listen to, it's all a mix of African culture and Indian culture. And if you're listening to this and you're a Trini or you're for wherever you are around the Caribbean, happy Indian Arrival Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
You look a little Indian. And
I'm not doing this with
sometimes you like to pretend you're Indian. I used to shun you for it. Like, Kenya, you can't say that. You can't do that.
I'm sorry, do what?
You know what you used to be doing.
What did I do?
You be talking, what did I do? I'm going to tell you what you used to do. You used to be talking in an accent that was not... Anyway, Our last Slay It Sis for the week is going to go to, because I'm not really going to give him this kind of love, but I'm sure many of you have heard about or at least digitally lapped this Kevin Hart Breakfast Club interview.
Oh my God.
A fucking mess. An hour and 33 minutes that I can't even say I'll never get back because I didn't even finish it.
Yeah.
But shout out to Lauren LaRosa for being a true journalist. I mean, also Charlamagne did a great job as well, but I appreciated that Lauren was very consistent on her. No, but you said, no, but remember that time? No, but I also, like,
good for her.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Because Kevin Hart, I don't know what has happened over the years, but it's very disappointing, my brother. White people.
I really think that when you make, I don't know exactly what happened, and you could explain it. Yeah.
So basically.
No, not the roast, what Lauren said. On the interview, like what actually happened.
Well,
I didn't watch it.
Kevin's whole thing was that he was trying to defend the art of comedy in a sense, and the art of roast.
Let me look at his birth chart. Continue.
And it's like the whole thing. And again, I'm not gonna try to recap this hour and 33-minute interview for y'all in 3 minutes, but the whole takeaway was like, I felt Kevin was not taking accountability for his role in the production, and it gave very much like, I'm trying to lay my dick on the table for y'all. Like I'm doing the most for anybody in comedy right now. Nobody in the comedy space is doing more for black people than me. And we were all like, well, the Wayans would like to have a word, my brother, because
I just feel like really Kevin Hart is like the Nicki Minaj of comedy.
Ooh.
And it's the tea is that when you reach a certain level,
she's shaking the table. She's shaking the table. I know that's right. Get into it.
I think when you reach a certain level of prosperity and wealth, and you reach the 1% and shortness. You reach the 1%, and the reality is that the 1% do not look like us, baby.
No.
They don't. So the people, and
you don't look like them.
And I'm not even talking about like you're the employees or the people you work with, but even your fans, the people who come up to you, the people who come see your show. I'm sure you look out in the crowds, even for Beyonce. You look out. It's not majority black people because who could afford those shows anyway?
That's not true. At Beyonce shows, it'd be everybody.
It'd be everybody.
It's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. It's a Beyonce thing.
I don't want to say.
No, it is true though. I think I said it to Asha.
Okay. Maybe
like it really Beyonce's. I will say her shows do really feel like it's obviously it's dominant black women.
Yeah, for
black
sure.
Women
for
and
sure,
black gay
for
men
sure,
are like the most, but you be having your whites, you be having your Asians, you be having your Indians, you be having your Latinas.
Let me take that back.
But I know what you mean though.
It's more like rappers. You ever see black rappers?
Yes, like when I went to Travis Scott.
Yeah, and you see majority of like their fan base is usually white, and it's just like
Connor.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, da, nigga. And you'd be like, what the fuck is happening here? And I think Kevin Hart kind of just accepted that, like, yeah, a lot of my fans are white. And the people who are making me money happen to be white. And the people who embrace me are white. And so he's defending comedy in the name of whiteness. He's not necessarily defending comedy because he understands where he comes from, and he understands I believe that Kevin Hart is smart enough to be able to dissect these kind of conversations and embrace that, how hurtful and how painful it can be to reach his level and not have a connection with his community anymore. But that's just what it is.
Because even that,
he's just a disconnect.
It was a disconnect, and it was just so arrogant. That was it for me. Because
he's a Sagittarius moon with a sun in Cancer and an ascendant Virgo. So he's literally arrogance personified.
It was very disappointing. I mean, I've been over Kevin Hart for years, so I really didn't feel too like, this is sad. But I was like, okay, and another one bites the dust. All right, put you in the category with Chris and everybody else that done taking it too far, and I don't have time for far takings. So
I think that all it is just a disconnect.
I'm sorry.
What?
That was the other thing I wanted to say. His whole thing was about the arrogance. He was basically, mind you, he's yelling in the whole interview. He's not really yelling, but you know how like when you arguing with your man and he's like talking like, no, because if you don't understand what I'm saying, but it's like you're not yelling, but then and then all of the curse things sprinkled in, it's like y'all are fucking idiots. That's almost a direct quote. Like, so it's not even like you really trying to understand.
He pulled the Cheyenne Bryant on y'all.
Yeah, high key. So it's like, it's not even like you trying to understand what they saying. I feel like you just so on your point. And he's like, y'all will never sit in this chair. Y'all will never understand how it feels to be where I'm at. And it's like, brother, don't bite the hands that are feeding you. But I don't feed Kevin Hart anymore. So I haven't bought a Kevin Hart anything in a long time, and don't plan to anytime soon.
It's just a disconnect, and that's really what it is.
Yeah.
I remember in a song, and I quote Drake, "It gets lonely at the top." I don't know.
That was it?
I don't know. I think he said somebody else said
I
that.
thought he said it gets lonely as the bottom. But shout out to Drake's
that's our
new
show.
music. Yes. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride Eve. Pride is on the way,
Oh
people.
my God.
Okay, well, that wraps up this week's Still Diverted. We thank you for checking in.